I'm G. Garvin. This is City Eats, where food is more than a meal, it's a story waiting to be told. We're talking to chefs, hearing their stories, and tasting what makes each place unforgettable. So pull up a seat, the journey starts right now. Savannah, Georgia, a city draped in Spanish moss and steeped in centuries of history. This city has always been a melting pot of cultures, blending European influences with West African traditions, and all infused with the soulful warmth of Southern hospitality. Food here tells a story, one that stretches back to the earliest settlers, to the Gullah Geechee people who shaped the Low Country's distinct flavors, to the waves of immigrants who introduced new spices and techniques. It's a city where the past meets the present, and nowhere is this more evident than Lili's Restaurant and Bar.
My name is Mir Ali. I am the chef and owner of Lili's Restaurant and Bar. We're about 5 miles from downtown Savannah.
Chef Mir Ali takes Savannah's culinary tradition and pushes it forward. Named after his daughter, Lili's is where South Asian and French influences meet the soul of the South.
My curiosity for food pretty much started when I was very young. My mother is a very good cook, so that's where my palate kind of developed from eating traditional Pakistani meals. But I was never aiming to be a chef.
Chef, how are you?
I'm well.
So tell me about Lili's.
So Lili's, L-I-L-I, is named after my older daughter. She is half French and half Pakistani, which I am. The cuisine at Lili's revolves around those two cultures, pretty much. So when we started Lili's, it kind of all came together because I always made food like this, you know, mixing like Asian spices with Mediterranean, and then it just kind of evolved after that. I didn't go to culinary school. I was actually going to be a pharmacist. I think like the best people that can cook well are the ones who love to cook. It's not that you have to have this talent for cooking. I think it's just a thing that anybody can do as long as you like to do it.
All right, so Chef, we got the tandoori spice lamb.
Yeah.
So talk to me about what we're gonna do, because I guess there's a couple of different components to the rack of lamb, right? What's the first step?
So first step is what we'll do is we will get our couscous going. This is a quick cooking couscous, so we will add our orange juice in there, our saffron broth in there, and we will also put in our little bit of garlic in there. We'll put some chickpeas. We'll bloom this stuff, the apricots and the golden raisins. And also, this is part of the jewel couscous. So we'll heat this up real quick, and then what we'll do is add our tri-colored couscous in there.
When you say bloom, explain that to me. You've added the broth.
Yep.
And you add the additional ingredients because they sort of infuse, correct?
Yes, it's infused. So these are all dry, you know, the raisins, the cranberries. So you want them to absorb some of that moisture so they get rehydrated and plump up, you know. And that's what we're doing really quick. And once that comes to a simmer, then we will add our couscous in there. So now that the broth is simmering, and then we will just stir around that couscous. And this will take about maybe 5 minutes, you know?
Okay.
We'll put a little plate on there to finish the cooking process. The lamb dish is something that pretty much represents all the flavors that we do here. It looks like it's complicated, but it's really not. So now we're gonna go to the lamb rack. So we're gonna get this prepared up. So we season our lamb rack with some salt. And this is a New Zealand lamb rack. And then we will put some tandoori spice on there. That will be ready to go.
How would you explain tandoori in terms of its flavor?
So the tandoori is it gets its heat from like, you know, a little bit of cayenne in there. It has the cinnamon, it has the cloves, it has like nutmeg, and it also has cardamom in there. Okay, so all the earthy spices.
Right.
I think our couscous is pretty much ready. We will see, yes it is. And we'll turn that off. So we will let that sit, and the rest of the liquid will be absorbed in there.
Top on, top off?
With the top on, please.
Okay, perfect.
Great. All right. All right, so now we have our lamb rack. We're just gonna add a little bit of oil to it so there's not a dry heat cooking it. So once it gets hot, then we will just let that lamb, like, take that barrel shake, you know, you want it to sit upright.
So you don't lay it down flat side first?
First, no. I will sear it so it kind of takes that barrel shape, you know, when you cut the lamb more for presentation. And then once it's seared on that side, nice and brown, and then we will lay it down after that and then finish it in the oven. See that color right there?
Yeah, and you can see that all of the spices are caramelizing rather than burning.
Exactly.
Right, which is what you want.
And this is the point where it's going to sear on the other side and kind of melt that back cap on top also, right in the oven.